your top 3 anime movies. First person says Dragon Ball Super, Superhero, Resurrection of F, and Pokemon the movie.
Wait, superhero?
They said superhero, yes, as one of the 3 best anime films.
He didn't put in Broly?
I know.
But he put super over that?
I know,
That's kind of crazy.
Hurts, I know.
Oh, that's that good shit.
Yo. It's your boys. Brother Ooch. It's me. And we are the Full Power Podcast. Let's go. Hey. Welcome back, everybody, for another edition of the Full Power Podcast, episode 159. Can you believe we're at 159 episodes already?
Yeah, a long way. Long time coming, I guess, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been doing it for a minute,
Yeah.
as a lot of people would say, you know. But what's crazy is that we're gonna actually be coming up, I would assume, on 200 sooner than later because of the new flow. You know what I'm saying? With these release, because remember, before we went from going from 1 a week to now we're doing 2 a week.
Technically 2, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 8 a month. So we need 40, so then 5 months.
So maybe I'm wrong. Okay, well, there you go. Quick maths. Quick maths for you, everybody.
I mean, that's if we don't miss an episode type from here on
True.
out, you know,
Yeah. Well, that's not to
Half a
say,
year,
that's not
kinda.
even counting the episodes that we're going to be doing in addition to what's already coming out that is outside the podcast, because, of course, quick plug, the Patreon, because, guys, it's going to be popping off. It's already been popping off. More episodes, as we've been talking about. If you want to continue these conversations, if you want to see us talk about more stuff, there's a bunch of other episodes. In case you haven't already realized, the episode count seems to be odd numbers only, which is done intentionally, but it's because we are giving you guys more of us, and that's the whole point. So make sure you are going to patreon.com/Full Power Podcast. Make sure you are becoming a thriving Ozaru. Get your perks. We're actively working on a Discord for you guys right now. It's going to be exclusively for the patrons, for the thriving Ozarus, I should say. And there's 3 tiers, so look through them. Tier 2, you already know. You get to hear your name rapped at the end of these. This guy with the freaking ad-libs and whatnot. You want to be a part of that fun. You don't want to miss out on that. And then, of course, Tier 3, that's going to get you guys exclusive videos that I already put you on. I put you on to some of the ideas.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal it yet, but pretty soon you guys will be checking those out. And I'm sure y'all are not going to want to miss out on those at all. So, again, Patreon. And, of course, as always, leave your comments. Make sure you're sticking out for them. So looking out for those socials, replying to all the posts, and liking the videos, because we're trying to make sure we're playing nice with the algorithms all across the board. So now that that's out the way, we don't have any Spotify comments to go over, but I will shout out one of our thriving Ozarus, our boy Philly Handball, gave us $20 as a super thanks in one of our latest videos. Okay, just dropped a 20 bomb
Tight.
and was like, yo, this is to show my appreciation for you guys, because, you know, there are folks out there that recognize the hard work and the grind, and I'm telling you, we want to snowball this, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, especially with Daima coming up, with Sparking Zero coming up, Bleach is around the corner,
Right.
and also, which I do have in my notes here, there's a third anime that I was like, what the this is actually coming out too, but like I said, we'll get into it. So, as per usual, guys, we do have a question of the day to go over. But really quick, before I do that, I do want to get into some Sparking Zero stuff, because there's a little bit of an update as far as the last time we spoke on this, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. And I guess in a way to sort of reflect on where we stood with this game versus how it seems like it's going now. So really, so just to get into it, right? Sparking Zero officially confirms to have over 180 playable characters.
Yeah, I saw something like that, I think, on Twitter. I don't know if it was true or not though. But like that was like I don't know, maybe like 2 days ago or something like that.
So what's happening is that what you probably saw, what's been floating around, is there's an image going around of the case of the game, and people are looking at the back of it, and you know how you get all the game information and whatnot, you know, to what to expect, like how many players it is and how much space it takes up. So it says right on the box, over 180 characters, and it will be over 100 gigabytes.
That's a lot of space, man. A
Yes.
lot of storage.
That's a lot of storage, and to be honest, I don't feel overwhelmed, but I am so excited.
I mean, that's cool. Like, you know, for the game itself, like
Right.
fuck the storage type of thing. Like,
yeah.
you know, I mean, because I mean, I'm used to high storage just due to Call of Duties.
That's true. Yeah.
That Call of Duty is like double
Yeah.
the storage, or you know, that's how it is, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, I guess it's cool for like the character play. You get extra characters because we were talking about like 50 or like maybe within 100, but they like tripled that practically, almost quadded it. But
Yes.
over time, I'm sure it'll go up to like 200 with DLCs and stuff like that. Because
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
I don't see it stopping. It said over 180, so like, you know, it's probably gonna be close to 200.
I want to ding them one more time. All the good folks over at Bandai that's working hard on this game that has literally quadrupled expectations, as you put it.
Yeah, I mean now with like that expectation or the knowledge of over 180 characters, I mean, I feel like I said some shit where it was like, because each individual character counts. Whatchamacallit, like Goku has so many forms, right?
Right.
So
right.
each character is an individual. Well, every form of his is an individual
Of course.
character. That's what
There's
I mean.
like over 20 versions of Goku in this game alone.
Exactly.
Like real talk.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
no secret.
yeah. So like now they can kind of get away with, I guess, that format. You know what I mean? With like each character having multiple forms of being their own individual like character in the game.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I guess they're making up for it in a way where it's like, all right, they're gonna give us this many characters now. You know, Goku can't have 10 plus forms without really people bitching about it or something like that.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, from what I've seen online, I don't see anyone complaining. I feel like the excitement has overseeded anything negative that people may have towards this game. And like I said before, I am so happy to be wrong. Because like I brought this up on purpose because you guys already know I keep it real at all times. At the beginning, I was not that excited. It was cool to know that they're making a new addition to the Tenkaichi legacy.
Did they was there a demo for this thing?
Only at conventions. Like I was at Evo, and Evo had a playable, like they had a whole ass booth set up for people to play, and I didn't get a chance because the fucking line never ended.
Yeah.
The line always had people waiting for hours and stuff like that, and I was busy filming for Tellum and all of that stuff.
How did it play? Did people say anything? Was there news?
Do you know who Mighty Keith is?
No.
I am Mighty Keith. You never heard of him? He does like really funny skits. He's a cool guy. He was there. And so I went up to him and I was like, oh, dude, Mighty Keith, like, I love your videos. Like, you're hilarious. Like, I tried doing skits once and man, I appreciate you for keeping it up because that shit is not easy.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's a nice guy. He said, thank you. Took a picture with him. And so, like, I asked him, I was like, yeah, how's Sparking Zero? And he was like, yeah, dude, it's fun. It's a good game. So I'm like, you know, like, not to say that, like, why wouldn't it be fun, right? But, like, to hear it from someone who's like, he's like very, like, he's very influential, you know? Like, he's someone that plays video games, loves anime. And, like, that's what I feel like is most important is if it's fun. And if it's fun, then I feel like it'll have longevity and people will take it as serious or not as serious or just play it to their own content. And that's why I find myself in a position where, because of this podcast, because of Daima coming out, because of, I know that there's going to be people playing it that I know, like Nick's going to be playing it, Kai's going to be playing it, my friends that I'm going to be soon introducing to this podcast, they will be playing it, and other people that, like, I already talked to Geekdom, he's going to be fucking playing it. Like,
Does he play games?
he plays games, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but yeah, like man, like I am very, very hyped for this. Like, and more so because of how we put out there. We had a prediction. We said this game is gonna live up to the modern standards of how people produce their games, where it's like very microtransaction focused and not complete at the start. Season pass, and most of the roster that we're expecting is going to be all off of paid based content. And I'm so happy I put that out there and that they said fuck you, because now it's the exact opposite. And I'm glad. I'm so glad. And I don't even want to put this out there to be like I'm retracting. No. Because I own that shit. I am one of the people that you could even say I was a detractor.
Well, I mean, how is Kai? Like, is he excited now, or like, is well, no, because like I remember we had a conversation with him the last time he was on here, which was like forever ago. But I remember he was kind of downplaying it because he thought the release was gonna be too early for the game. Like, I mean,
I do
don't
remember
know,
that.
I don't know how at this point. I mean, we're getting great information, I guess, from the game.
Yeah, absolutely,
but how's the gameplay?
Right.
Right. I think that's the only
that's
thing
fair.
that matters at this point. But I think that's probably the one concern that I think he had.
Yes. Yeah.
Upon
that is
the
true.
release or the early release, he quotes it. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So when
I
I
think-
spoke to him last, I mean, I actually spoke to him today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, he's good. Like, I mean, he's busy just like me, but like, we talk about Sparking Zero often in our conversations and how we're currently feeling about it. And the only thing that's a negative for him is the fact that because of how busy he is, and he doesn't even have a PlayStation 5.
Word.
Yeah, he doesn't have one. So, and the other thing is that he doesn't, I guess there's a few negatives. He doesn't want to get it on PC.
Why would you do that? I haven't heard of a fucking Dragon Ball game on PC.
Well, I mean, it's available on Steam. It's, like I said, modern
is
day.
gonna-
A lot of games nowadays, especially those types, it's like they hit the big three: Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, PC.
They're gonna get the fucking frame rates. I wonder, does it have a cap on frames?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because then that's the only thing that'll matter, I guess.
So his thing, right? So his worry is that the PC version will feel off in a way. Because sometimes, and it does, and he's not wrong, it really depends on the build of your computer. Because if your computer can truly handle games that are requiring and are basically asking for like heavy duty type of hardware to handle the type of game and for you to play it like the way it was intended, because he's worried that his PC won't meet the requirements, even though I'm sure he has a good enough computer, but you know how it goes. Sometimes, like, even though PC's master race, sometimes you'll have hiccups that will affect the overall experience and the quality of the game.
Yeah, it's dependent on what driver you have at this point.
Right.
What version of the NVIDIA driver, AMD or whatever else there is out there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure, I know he doesn't play shooters or whatever, but if his PC was able to like handle playing like COD, for example, I'm sure he could handle playing DBZ.
Yeah, so and that's the hope. Because I told him, I'm like, bro, listen, like, I know how you feel. I know you have your reserves on the PC version, but you would be a fool if you had the money, for one, to get that shit. And then for two, it's like, just to have it so that you can start playing it and getting accustomed to it. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's going to be on it. And it's like, don't miss out on this.
I'm sure
like,
you can cop the P5. If he's getting the game.
Yeah, but
is there a bundle?
No, what? Is there a bundle?
That would be kind of cool.
This ain't Spider-Man levels of shit right here. That would be interesting though if they did have one, but I don't think so, especially because now Obviously, we talked about the PS5 Pro that's coming up pretty soon. They're not gonna have no more bundles for the standard PS5 anymore. They're not.
I mean, if they wanted more sales, probably would have been a smart move, low key.
Oh, so you're saying if they had a PS5 Pro bundle with Sparking Zero, that can come later, but it's not gonna be like
But,
on
like,
some.
That would have been like a little more hype for them
Yeah, true. Yeah.
as like a business play.
Yeah, but
they're not thinking about that probably.
no. But that's his thing right now is that like he's just worried that because like I'm saying, like I understand his point because that's why for me, depending on the game, I don't always immediately just go for the PC version. I always do console first. Want to know why? Because whether I download it or I get the disc, once I get it, it's on the system and it works. I don't have to worry about nothing.
I mean, if it's a shooter, then you gotta get
Nah,
that
but
shit on
listen,
PC.
listen. Like I'm saying, if I like just like how we used to play Halo Infinite.
So
right?
you're telling me if we get because you're gonna get the new COD? Are you gonna get it?
I thought, yeah, I told you I would, just so I could play with you guys.
You're gonna get it on console?
Fuck yeah.
Why do you have a PC?
Think about
Your
it.
PC is not strong?
Let me finish. Let me finish
All
what
right,
I'm
go
trying to
ahead,
explain
go
to you, okay? Because of so because of what I'm doing, obviously you know I stream. If I try to stream and play a game that's that heavy duty, think about what stress my computer is going to be on, okay?
That's true.
If I had a dual PC setup where I had a PC dedicated for games, but guess what that means? That is basically another console. Obviously, a PC is a console in and of itself, but it's like I would have to have some super duper build in order to just do everything on one system, but not even the top streamers do that shit, Brandon. All of them, they have all the money in the world. So guess what? They literally like, okay, I'm gonna have a PC set up for my games and I have a PC set up for my stream. So one computer handles the stream end, the other PC handles the game end.
I never thought of it like that.
Exactly. I.e., for my situation, I just have a PlayStation, an Xbox, a Switch, and then whenever I stream my consoles, I have no issues whatsoever.
Like when I used to stream, my only problem with, I guess, the linkage between the P5 party chat with the stream would always like fuck up, and I can never figure it out. I don't know if that. I mean,
Yeah,
but you
but
use Discord. So
everybody nowadays uses Discord.
If you use Discord, it doesn't even matter. But
No.
there are cases where you could like. There's a way to figure that shit out. I just was never able to fucking do it. Like when I was doing it back in the day.
Yeah, see, like back then, like yeah, because the people, and there's no knock on them, but like you play with folks that are not even up to date with using Discord. They're still using fucking PlayStation
P5
chat.
party chat.
Yeah, like so it's like okay, like that's fine, whatever. But like that's the thing. Like now everyone is usually using Discord for their voice conversations, even when they're gaming. Like
It's so stupid though, because like even with all the setting configurations between the P5 and the PC, like it never like added up for me, like in the sense of like to get certain audio or like my input, like you know what I mean. I forget what the problem was now. Doesn't even fucking matter. I don't even do it.
Well, yeah. So either way, moral of the story is that like even though PC, you could potentially play your games at the most optimized way, but you have to have the hardware and luck. Because let me tell you something, you can have the best shit. Technology will fuck you sideways when you least expect it over some dumbass shit. It's like, oh, this driver's not working, or like your audio issue, this is happening now. I'm like, nah. I don't have to ever worry about that shit with consoles. Ever in my entire life on this planet. I've been playing games for years. And ever since, like once I eventually started playing games on PC and tried to stream at the same time, I was like, nah. Because guess what? I'll give you one more example and then we can move on. I played Spider-Man 3 times. Twice on PlayStation and a third time on PC. Okay? Now, when I played it on PC, I had to sacrifice quality in order to stream it because my computer, it was overhauling and it couldn't handle the overload of things that it had to do. And that meant that I could not play it on the highest like visual settings, which is just like, what the fuck is the point?
Most people don't even play on high quality settings.
But that's another issue in and of itself. Look,
I don't. I
yeah,
play on
but-
low everything when it comes
and
to
that's
COD
that's
to get
terrible.
the highest frames
but that's
possible.
terrible.
Low key.
That's
but-
what I'm saying. Like, that's bad. Like don't you like imagine if you could play at the highest settings and it's like, and it just works.
Mhm.
Guess what? On console, that's just default. Like, I don't have to worry about that shit because it's a dedicated piece of hardware that's focused on that. So it's like, you know, bringing it all back to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, it's like the fact that this game is over 100 gigs, has over 180 characters, the visually is amazing, immaculate. The graphics, the effects, all that shit, that I'm sure is going to play a factor in when people are doing this PC version. And for right now, it's not crossplay. So, yeah, and that's kind of like a problem.
That's weird.
It is weird, but maybe that could be updated later on because some games can do that. But either way, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Just considering that, no, I don't see anyone complaining about that either. Everyone's just excited for this game. So really quick, just to move on, because we have a lot of other things to bring up. In relation to Sparking Zero, there was a new interview with Sparking Zero producer, and he revealed extensive customization options in custom battle, including player positioning, camera movements, poses, facial expressions, and more. You can also add scripts, subtitles, and choose from roughly 5,000 pre-selected lines for your cutscene. So what that all means is that motherfuckers are going to be able to create their own storylines in this game.
That's kind of funny. All I really heard or paid attention to was like the custom lines in the pre-match.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I don't
Like,
obviously
how custom can you make that shit?
I don't know, but over 5,000 lines is a lot of lines.
Yeah.
So like people can get creative. So again, I will put this out there right now. I have a friend that I will be introducing on this podcast very soon. And he actually back in the day, he actually made his own storylines with Tenkaichi.
Okay.
And so now Sparking Zero, he's going to continue that. So I'm going to bring him on so he can talk more about it. And he's going to be involved in a lot of like the other content that we're doing with Sparking Zero and on the podcast and everything like that. So he's really cool. So look out for that coming up very soon. So I just wanted to bring that up because that's basically all of the Sparking Zero related news. And one more thing. Sorry. So there was a recent leak. Now, from my memory, I don't even remember who they confirmed. But essentially, if I'm getting this correct, the last remaining characters that they have to reveal are characters from the Z movies. Okay? Now, I don't know if this is confirmed.
Janemba.
Well, yeah, of course he's going to be in there, right? But I don't know if this is confirmed, if it was a part of the leak, because I didn't see it. But I made this point. The fact that this game is coming out on the same day Daima comes out, okay? Like, don't you think that's a little funny?
Why?
Because I made another point that I said, how awesome would it be if the fucking episode comes out, we see Daima, and then you're able to play as Daima Goku. Day one.
I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Well, guess what? I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Because I'm like, so a part of the pre-order bonuses, there's one more character that they have not officially revealed. And I have a feeling it might be that. which is crazy because I think that would be the fastest. I could be wrong, but I feel like that would be the fastest character release for something that's brand new. Like that shit just dropped officially and is already a playable character in a video game. So I'm sure that, Legends and Dokkan Battle and everyone else, I'm sure they'll get them. But the fact that we got Sparking Zero already getting a Daima character off the first day, that's amazing. Like, people don't got to wait that long. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just super excited. I'm super excited for this game. Like, I can't wait to start doing shit for it. Like, after we're done with it, I'm going to explain to you what I'm trying to do with that game, and it's gonna be pretty fun. I was already telling Kai, and Kai is like, he's for it.
He'll be able to?
Well, hopefully, but I'm just saying he's with the shits. He's
Yeah.
definitely with the shits. On other news, so I have a couple anime updates for you guys really quick before we get into this question of the day. Soul Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, is set to air in January 2025.
Yeah, I saw a little bit on Twitter. Surprisingly, I wasn't really expecting it. I was just scrolling.
Right.
But I mean that's always nice. I was kind of hoping it came back sometime before the new year, but as long as I am what's the word? Busy with some of the new anime genres that are
Yeah.
coming back
Yeah.
from October
To then.
I'll be
Uh-huh.
okay.
Word. Okay.
And then New Year would be like a banger type of thing.
Oh,
as
yeah.
long as it releases like early to mid, not
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, like, having Soul Leveling return in January to start the new year off, that's good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
Now, in addition to Soul Leveling, not for next year, for fucking October, another anime. So already we have Bleach and Daima. Now we have a third one.
Mm-hmm.
A brand new season of Rurouni Kenshin.
Really?
I know you've never seen it. I've never finished it. I've at least read most of the manga when it was like back in the day. Great story. You'd like it. It's, you know, it's one of the classics from back in the day. I totally forgot they were doing a brand new Rurouni Kenshin anime. October 3rd.
So it never finished?
No. The main story is done. It's been done for years. It's like 28
So it's like
volumes or something like
is
that.
it a remake?
That I'm not 100% sure about. I don't know if this is like an unfinished arc or this is a continuation. I have no idea. I didn't have a chance to look further into it, but it was newsworthy enough to report and share with you guys that a fucking new Rurouni Kenshin anime is coming in the same month as Bleach and Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's October is stacked.
Yeah, October is kind of.
It's crazy. Like this October 3rd. So I'm noticing a trend here. Every new like release that has happened, they keep announcing themselves to come before Daima. Like everyone's avoiding the Dragon Ball release date. No one's touching that shit. Okay? Like Daima is the 11th. Bleach is like, I want to say the week prior. For all I know, it's the same day as this.
I thought Daima was like the 25th.
No, October 11th.
Why am I thinking 25th?
I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about.
I think that's when Black Ops comes out. Yep, that's probably
what it is. That's probably what's on the mind right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let us know what you guys think about all that stuff, right? And then a bit of news that I did actually bring up with, I think I brought it up with you and Joey the last time, on the last episode that we did about the Berserk fan animation getting like could potentially see Indeed. So an update on that. So there was a separate project. Okay, so Studio Eclipse is the one that they didn't get officially see Indeed, but Studio Gaga and Hakusensha, who are the rights holders of Berserk, they basically issued a statement saying like, so they name dropped them and everything. They're like, they were not holding back. They're like, so this studio is making a fan project that is not like, like we are not associated with that, right? So everyone saw that and was just like, oh, they're gonna get fucked, right? So then I didn't even realize this, but there's another Berserk fan project also in the works from a separate studio. So they came out and they made a statement and they officially canceled theirs before the official cancellation of this other shit. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that's actually kind of crazy because they're just trying to play nice and be like, yo, listen, like, don't shoot. Our hands are up type. You know what I'm saying? So they had this whole statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but, obviously these people have been working on this shit for years and it's kind of a shame that they have to, kind of put their hard work that they've spent on this for years and years and they just trash it, right? So we can all blame Studio Eclipse because essentially from this thread that was posted on Twitter, Studio Eclipse, like I'm pretty sure I mentioned this was like a scam.
Okay.
Which is crazy to say because it's just like, I mean, what did they expect? How did they expect this to succeed as far as like them getting away with it? Because the thing with fan projects is that you're not allowed to profit off of it.
That's the shit part. But I mean, rightfully
But
so.
that's exactly what they were doing. They had a Patreon specifically set up for this project, and people dug even more and discovered that this was like a studio with over 100 employees.
Wow.
This was not no fan made, like 5 guys working on it, 1 dude working on it. This was a company.
Does that shit count though? If it's even 5 people?
I mean,
like if you have a small little team or whatever, you want to make fan made shit, you up a Patreon for like support.
No, see, that's the problem. It's like, okay, I could be completely wrong about this because legalities is, that things can change on the fly, right? But the facts are, if you're someone, let's say I'm using Nasir for a perfect example, right? Our boy, he has a Patreon for his art.
Mm-hmm.
He is an artist. He works for Marvel. Okay, he is an employee by them, but he works on his own stuff. He provides like, I think he likes to provide like some sort of tutelage, or like, he wants to teach people things like with techniques and all that kind of stuff. And that's what he has his Patreon set up for.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he made one of the greatest fan-made works in the history of everything. And I will stand by that. Okay? Legend of Dragon Ball Tale, Dingable. Okay? So, he made that with all intent on making $0. Okay? Let me emphasize that.
Crazy.
$0. My man didn't want to make a fucking penny off of this. Okay? Because his intent was, I wanted to make this because this is my love letter to Akira Toriyama. Because that man changed my life. Dragon Ball changed my life. Dragon Ball changed all of our lives. And so this is my respect and honor towards him. And he made the best 10 minutes the world has ever seen. And it was a completely fresh take that no one has ever done on the Dragon Ball work. And the fact remains, he did all of that basically on his own. Of course, he had a small team of friends, other animators and whatnot. He got some voice actors involved, and they were all a part of this passion project. And I don't think he paid anybody. Not one person that had hands on Legend made a fucking penny off of Legend.
They probably saw the views and was like, God damn.
So think about that. So now here's the difference. The difference, though, is some people might say, oh, but I'm sure he got more patrons from that. I'm sure he did. But he kept emphasizing that, guys, I appreciate people supporting my Patreon for the things that I'm doing on the Patreon, but don't get it twisted. Just because you subscribe does not mean I'm going to work on another Legend of Dragon Ball Tale. He made that very clear several times over. And guess what? They didn't come after him. You could go to YouTube right now, Legend of Dragon Ball Tale, and fucking re-experience how godlike that shit was and not have to worry.
Didn't he say he finished it? Yeah,
What do you mean?
There's like 3 parts. But like,
no. He has a concept. He knows what he would want to do. And I guess I'll take this opportunity to remind everybody at home that, like, what we know and y'all don't, it would change the fucking world again. Let me just put that out there, okay? I don't mean to brag, but because we're boys, okay, Nasir has specifically told us what he plans on doing. He didn't tell us everything, but he basically told us some very key things. Don't say nothing, but he told us some very key things that I guarantee you. Remember how I just said, like, he's introducing new concepts that have never been involved in Dragon Ball? Like, no disrespect to any other fan works, but it's just like a lot of them tend to have the same tone. It's like they take place like right after GT and all that shit, and that's fine. Dude, Nasir has this, he has everybody on fucking lock. If he was to ever put a part 2 and 3,
That shit would probably double views. True.
like this will have to be something that I talk to him about. I would love for him to come back on, and I would love to have a conversation with him about how would he feel if now that Toyotaro is officially the person that's in charge of the Dragon Ball Super manga, what if he was then to be approached and to be given the opportunity, whether he was approached or not, whether he like applied or he like asked permission to make something new, aka Legend, that could just be a part of the Dragon Ball multiverse, and they gave him the stamp of approval. Do you understand what would happen?
I mean, money changes everything.
Oh,
money changes everything. You know, like that would probably give him a boost of passion / incentive to do it or release or whatever the case may be with Legend. You know, but that's up to them niggas. That's up to them. Not gonna lie. So
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, like he specifically told us, and this is not news, that he won't do another one until he ever gets official sanction.
oh yeah.
But it makes sense because at that point he would have funding. Then he would be able to pay the people that worked on it with him, and it's like, and that's the other thing, guys. It's like I gotta bring it down. For next episode, I will bring it down. His manga just recently came out. Like he ran a whole Kickstarter.
Mm.
He has a physical volume. This is probably one of the nicest books I've ever owned. Hardcover, nice fucking thing. His manga that he made, all him, original. You can hold it in your hands now. And he had a successful Kickstarter for it. And I own one of those things.
Would there be? Is he planning on doing like an animation representation?
Maybe. That'd be cool, right? I would love to watch it.
That'd be cool.
But the point is that like he obviously has his own job. He has his own shit, and he has a fucking family.
Mm.
He's not gonna do what he did with Legend
Yeah.
again until he gets the proper like,
I mean,
approval.
It's time consuming, so it's understandable.
It took him 4 years.
That is kind of crazy.
4 years for 10 minutes.
10 fucking minutes. Not even on like 30.
And that's on a zero budget. Imagine if he had budget. Imagine if he had budget and official approval. That's that. So again, that's another conversation for another day. Because I would, you already know, I would love to talk about this all day, every day. But yes, it is now officially that time for your question of the day. Okay, so I asked, what are your top 3 anime movies? Now, you can take a second to think, because I got plenty of responses to go over this week around. So let me go over to the YouTube community post that I had put this on as well. So again, quick reminder, make sure you're looking out. I got it on Threads, got it on Instagram, got it on Twitter, got it on YouTube comments, and probably on Facebook too. So check them out, respond, and you'll probably have a chance to hear what you said on these episodes. So here we go. First person says Dragon Ball Super Superhero, Dragon Ball Super Resurrection of F, and Pokemon the movie.
Wait, superhero?
They said superhero, yes, as one of the 3 best anime films.
He didn't put in Broly?
I know.
But he put super over that? That's kind of crazy.
Hurts. I know. It hurts.
I thought this was just Dragon Ball, though.
No, this is everything. This is everything.
Okay, so now I really got to think.
And Pokemon the movie.
Pokemon the movie?
The first movie. Mewtwo Mew.
Oh.
Yeah. Classic. That shit. That's probably, I think it's still to this day it's the most highest grossing anime film of all time. And that was in the 90s.
Yo, low-key, Pokemon subtopic, they got all the seasons on like Netflix.
Most of them, at least. From what I know. Yeah, why?
I fucking realized that like not too long ago, and I was like, I wonder if I could actually watch this shit. Like take the time or whatever.
Why
and
not?
Actually, I don't know, cause like back in the day, I used to watch Pokemon.
Oh, we all did.
Like obviously, and I used to play it, of course.
Of course.
But like watching it is like a different feel or a different vibe than like
Absolutely.
actually playing it, just because they could do extra shit we could never do.
Yeah.
And then you have to go through like the side missions with them and shit, like
Yeah.
in the show. So like I don't know if I want to go through that again. But I mean, I would love to try to like see the Elite Four battles at the least, or like shit like that. Shit like that I've never like fully gotten into. Like I've only maybe seen parts because I was only watching it off of TV,
Right.
not like no Netflix. You know what I mean? So
yes.
like if I skipped, or I don't know if I want to skip though, because then like you don't know his team.
So you basically want to experience battles that you never actually got to like watch.
Yeah, like nigga, I never saw Ash Ketchum go to fucking goddamn
the Elite
what-
Four and
well,
shit like that.
like go through all the stages to the champ, or like you
Right,
know where
right.
did
Yeah,
he
yeah,
lose
yeah.
at type of thing. Because
Yeah,
I know
true.
I know it took him a while.
Did you ever see when he actually won?
No, well I think I saw some shit on like Twitter, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't remember it. Like it's not.
Yeah, it came and
great.
went. Yeah, that's yeah. We next time we'll do a Pokemon episode. I'll come up with something. We'll do a Pokemon episode so we can talk more Pokemon. Okay, so this next person, they said Dragon Ball Super Broly. There it is. There it is. Demon Slayer Mugen Train.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that was on one of mine.
And Akira. That's dingable. I know you have certain reserves on how you feel about that movie because, well, go ahead, tell us. What is your honest opinion on Akira from what you remember?
Takes a lot of brain cells, I'll say that.
Okay, that's
Takes a
fair.
lot- yeah, like you have to be like fully into it. I was not really into it
Okay,
Like,
that's fair.
for the full story, no
Mhm.
matter who says like how deep it, like, because it probably is deeper than what I think, but like I just saw a bunch of shit on the screen, low key, like it didn't really catch my attention, like, so it lost me. I don't know at what point in the movie, but that movie's long as shit, right?
It's over 2 hours.
Yeah,
Pretty
so-
sure. Pretty sure.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to like shit on it, but like for me personally, I just can't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a movie that you kind of have to pay attention to, and it's not like your typical shonen type of thing where, yeah, it's not your typical shonen, but what it is, it's like, it's almost it borderline is psychological with a little bit of thriller, and it's like very sci-fi where you have a situation going on that you don't fully understand at the beginning, but then as the movie progresses, you start to really see and understand like what's really happening here. And Akira is in fact probably the most influential anime anything to this day. To this day.
That's kind of crazy.
Okay,
But
like
I don't. I mean, I
but
never saw
it far surpasses, like, I'm not even talking like other animes respect it and reference it. No. I'm talking like pop culture, Kanye West levels of that type of influence. Akira has had that effect on the world in that way.
Interesting.
Where you're seeing, anytime you see that motorcycle fucking shit where someone's pulling into a scene and they drifting and it's away from that's Akira. That's the easiest Akira reference anybody and everybody does, from real movies to other cartoons to other anime. Akira. And what's crazy is that if I remember correctly, they're supposed to do another one. Like, they're supposed to continue it. But I don't know if it ever came out or if it got delayed or something like that. But I do know that the manga that the movie is, of course, adapting from, the manga goes beyond the movie. Go figure. And I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. Like, so for all these years, this movie came out in the 80s. And the manga to this day still has more content in it than the movie covered.
That doesn't really make sense because if it was that popular, wouldn't you think it would be like
At-
animated or a second movie? Would
That
come out?
is literally
Like,
what I've been saying, bro.
Like that pop culture statement, it like debunks it if nothing more is being done with it. Like to me at least.
No, you know you have a point. That's fair to say and to even ask because I'm like, yeah, where the fuck is the next one? Like, how has there not been any other adaptations? Like you do realize there's gonna be a Naruto live action movie soon? How are we gonna have a Naruto live action movie before Akira gets anything else? That to me doesn't make sense, but you know, food for thought. Okay. This next person says the first slam dunk, Demon Slayer Mugen Train, Howl's Moving Castle, but limiting it to just 3 is so hard. There's a lot of top quality anime movies, even the crappy ones can be enjoyable. I'm gonna ding all of those. First off, first and foremost, I will say I've never seen Slam Dunk.
No.
I know you haven't either. And I'm sure a lot of people hearing that, they're probably right then and there. Okay? Again, I keep it real. I don't lie. I have no reason to lie. We came from Kuroko no Basket. Okay? And that's dingable. Kuroko no Basket is
the best basketball adaptation.
The best
ever.
basketball, right? So it's so good. However, I will acknowledge that people that love sports anime, even if they don't love sports anime, whenever the question is asked, what is the best sports anime? Which is not a question. It'll be a question of the day soon. Whenever they add, a lot of people, when they see that question, Slam Dunk is like the first.
My top 3 if that would probably be like, it would be Kuroko, and then what?
Probably Haikyuu.
Definitely, yeah, Haikyuu,
Yeah,
and then Prince of Tennis.
I'm Prince of Tennis.
I love Prince of Tennis.
See, I never finished Prince of Tennis. Ryoma, but right, I never finished it.
That shit's hype.
But yeah, I'm sure it is. But I'm telling you right now, even as much as I love that genre, I only have 2 that I can really pick from that I've seen to some larger extent. Like Haikyuu is, the anime is not done, so I haven't finished that. I'm pretty sure the manga's finished though. But Slam Dunk's been done. We saw all of it. And like, I know for a fact that if we were to see Slam Dunk, I mean, who knows? There's an anime for it. But it's to this day, people put that over Kuroko.
That's OD.
Which is crazy to me. But, you know, to each their own. I like the exaggeration that Kuroko brings. Slam Dunk is like just real.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with it. But, you know, I'm sure there's some content from that show that people stuck with that was enough of a reason to even put it that high above such a great experience like Kuroko gave us. Yeah. So let me now, we have a bunch more, but I do want to get some other responses read, so it's not just all from one place. So I'm gonna go over to the Instagram real quick. So let me see. Okay, so this person says Dragon Ball Super Broly, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and Dragon Ball Path to Power, very underrated. I will ding all of those. Dragon Ball Path to Power, I don't think we haven't seen that one. It's a Dragon Ball film, but I've heard good things about it. Have you seen the Zero movie for Jujutsu Kaisen?
Oh, I believe I did. Was it before season 2?
It was before season 1. It's a prequel movie.
I forget. I might have to rewatch.
Oh, Brandon, this dude.
I think I must have. Like, I don't see a world where I didn't.
I know that Kai told us to do that.
Yeah, to watch it, right?
I don't know if you did, because I did.
No, I'm pretty sure I followed directions.
Okay. Oh, do you? Are you sure about that?
When it came, well, like, because, like, before you watched what? Like, when Kai was talking, like, the order?
Yes.
Because I think I was, like, practically done with season 1, like, when he mentioned that already. So, like, I watched the movie, I believe, and then I rewatched season 1 before 2 came out. So, yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking fire.
Yeah.
That movie was godlike. Okay, this next person. So this person says, so hard to choose with the Ghibli movies. I'm sure we're going to see some Ghibli. We already had some people say Ghibli responses. But probably Howl's Moving Castle, Whisker Away, and Dragon Ball Broly. Man, yo, shout outs to every single person that is putting that movie, this guy right there, in their top 3 because it makes me feel like I'm not biased when I say what I would think would be top 3 movies. However, the fact that we got people out here that are putting Ghibli movies, which again, I could 100% understand why anybody in their right mind that's seen any Ghibli movie that loves Ghibli, that their top 3 is just Ghibli movies. Because another, like, very, very, very popular set of anime films comes from Studio Ghibli. Now, I know for someone like yourself, you're probably not going to fancy those movies at all because I could tell you this, Ghibli films are probably the closest thing to like a Disney film, if that makes sense. Like they're the kind of movies that are very lighthearted. They could have some like some twists and turns and some like darkness to them, but they're very story focused and they're not very like shonen like you like, battle heavy, power ups like like they're still good movies, but you'd have to like these are the kind of movies that if you were to try to get someone that's not into anime, you can have them watch that and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, like that was a really good film." And they wouldn't even recognize it as an anime. They would just recognize it as like a good ass movie.
Okay.
So like if you were to show Vanessa a Ghibli film, she would like it. I showed Crystal Ghibli movies first before I put her onto anything that we're watching now. But it's a process. There's always steps. Ghibli first. And then you ease into other things. You kind of have to mix and match with the interests, but you have to know your partner. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Any thoughts on that?
No.
Okay, that's fair. I figured. Let's see. So, okay, this one's funny. This person says, Yamcha feign death is a good one. So I will say this right now. This is mad luck. And he did not read the fucking... he didn't read the question of the day properly. He literally said... When I asked him, I was like, this is top 3 movies. He goes, oh, I read moves.
Oh, God.
So he literally was like, so what he's referring to is when Yamcha, like, died.
Oh.
And, like, he's in the hole and he's, like, laying down like that everyone memes it. Yeah, he's talking about that. I was like, okay, well, thanks for answering the fucking question, I guess, right? So let me go over to, let me see, Twitter. Yeah, sure, I'll do Twitter now. Okay, so this person says, your name.
Me? What?
No, listen. This person said, this is a movie.
Oh.
Your name.
Okay.
Akira. Digimon the movie.
I don't know your name, but...
Oh, yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Let me take you back memory lane real quick. So, your name is the film where... there's a guy and a girl, and they switch bodies. They wake up and they're like in each other's bodies, and they're somehow able to communicate with each other at some point. And then it becomes a tale of like them, like the guy is trying to save the girl because he realizes that he is communicating with her from the past. She's 3 years behind him, and there's a comet that's gonna crash land into the town that she's from, and it kills the entire town with her in it. So this is a story that it turns into like a love story almost, where they're just trying to like see each other for reals, and he's trying to prevent her from fucking dying. And so it was the movie that when we saw it at Anime Next.
Did Mom see it?
Yes.
I think I kind of remember it.
Yes, and Jared was crying his eyes out at the end. He was bawling.
Yeah, I kind of remember it a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, and this is the movie where I don't know
if I liked it like that though, from my recollection.
Of course you didn't like it.
Yeah, I think I was like
anything that deals with emotions, first of all, and this is how I know, the movie hit you because after we're done, you're like, oh, oh, I don't want to see that shit ever again. Like you were trying to dodge that shit completely. And I know for a fact if I was to play you one of the songs, you'd be like, skip.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't want to get reminded of those feelings. It was the one where the song is like, I
I don't know.
if you okay, well,
I think I deleted all the scenes.
you deleted the memory,
Yeah.
the emotion. Yeah, Your Name is a classic, definitely up there. I showed it to Crystal, bawled her eyes out too. She cried. Again, those types of movies, that's not Ghibli, but those types of movies are just like very easy to get people that are not onto anime into that much at least. We haven't talked about the Digimon movie yet. Bro,
That was a good one.
the fucking Digimon movie is a classic.
I mean, shit.
I've been noticing a little bit of an upward trend on this podcast. We've been bringing up Digimon a little bit more. And you know what? To that point, I do have a bit of an update that I actually forgot to write down, but I'm going to bring it up now. Discotech Media, an official like publisher, distributor, I don't know what to really refer to them as. I'm sorry. But they are people that get rights and licenses to make new Blu-rays of anime that has not seen a new release, right? They are re-releasing the fucking Digimon movie with new subs and dubs. Like, they got the original actors to come back and reprise their roles because, remember when I told you that our movie was like it felt like three
parts.
It's that now. We're officially getting those 3 films as separate films in this Blu-ray.
Respect.
And they're gonna put the English voice actors that we grew up with on that shit. So it's like we can watch it in Japanese, of course, but it's a remaster. They fucking remastered the Digimon trilogy, son.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire, bro. So yeah, so seeing this was House Style, by the way. Seeing Joey mention Digimon the movie, yes, of course, it's in there.
Okay.
And of course, I pre-ordered it. It was $20. It was on sale. I had to, right? I had to. Okay. Let me see someone else. Okay, so this person says, first slam dunk, Your Name, Dragon Ball Z Broly, bro. Dragon Ball Super, but yes.
Okay.
Easy. This next person, Fist of the North Star, Akira, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust. Have you ever heard of Vampire Hunter D?
No.
I didn't think so. I've heard of it. I've never seen any of those films or whatever.
I think I have the easiest top 3.
You have your top 3?
I think so.
Okay. What is your top 3?
So, Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Broly.
Yes, Dragon Ball Super Broly,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, yep, easy.
Then Demon Slayer.
The Mugen Train?
The Mugen Train.
Wow.
Yeah. That shit hit.
That's
That
crazy.
shit hit the heart
Yeah.
after that death, man. Especially, like, when's the last time we seen death
That
like in a
impactful?
movie? Like, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then I would say the My Hero movie.
The second one?
Can't sleep on that
My
shit,
boy.
bro.
My
Can't,
fucking guy.
Like, that's easy. That's an easy list.
Okay. Yeah.
If it was just Dragon Ball, though, I think I would still put Super Broly in there.
Of course, naturally.
And then I always loved Janemba. So
Future Reborn.
Future Reborn.
Of course.
I always loved that movie. I watched that shit so many times.
Yes.
And then my sleeper would probably be I think I want to say Cooler. Like one of the Cooler movies. When they went to the other planet, though.
That's Revenge of Cooler.
Yes.
That's the Meta Cooler?
Mecha.
Mecha.
Bro. I like Mecha, but I only saw it like very few times.
I honestly,
I would probably want to rewatch that one.
I was just about to say that. I would want to rewatch the shit out that film because it's been years since I've seen
the
it.
first one was still lit though.
Because
then that's when we saw the bird.
Fucking bird.
That's when we saw the bird.
Jesus powers heals the bird.
That shit was fire.
That was fucking epic. Like, yo, in natural shonen fashion, Goku was getting mopped. And then the second Cooler got too cocky, Goku's teeth Like, yo, classic Dragon Ball Z. Oh
Yeah,
man,
that was deep.
I know that nowadays, like we're beyond the point of like anything like that's just like bare bones basic shit. Like this man is with God Key now and he's doing it. But you know, even in 2024, when we go back and we revisit where the shit came from, seeing those moments still hits.
Yeah,
Oh!
I was honestly thinking because my third sleeper is kind of hard because it was between the Cooler movie or Mecha Cooler in this case. I guess I would pick, I think, and then Loki BoJack. I enjoyed BoJack.
Yo, you're gonna get a lot of people to
I
fuck with that.
I
Yeah.
enjoy it, and I'm not the hugest fan of Gohan, but when it comes to Teen Gohan, I'm like one of his number one fans. I would say,
Of course, because
Teen that's the man.
yeah,
But when he gets older, it's another story.
yeah, whatever. That's
But
funny.
yeah, BoJack was hitting.
By the way,
That shit was slapping.
BoJack.
Yeah.
First of all, do you realize that movie has the best Trunks design to this day?
Oh yeah.
You remember that shit with the fucking cut off jacket, long hair?
Yo,
Best
that low
Trunks.
key.
Best Trunks. Oh my god,
I forgot about
the
that.
best version of Trunks, bro.
And I think that's part of the reason why. You can't hate on
He
Trunks.
had the sleeveless jacket. Sleeveless.
Yeah, I love that movie.
This
man.
guy, man. Nah, that's the best version of
You got to
Trunks.
see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
Facts.
You got to see. You still got to see some Goku,
Oh, well,
but it was like, he was supporting.
of course he was supporting.
Support Goku for Gohan.
Support Goku.
And then we got to see Trunks.
that best version of
Best
Trunks.
version.
I'm gonna call that
Trunks.
shit BV Trunks. Best version Trunks.
Vegeta was still in there. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like there was like a little tournament like off planet or some shit, right? There was like
Yeah.
fighting people
Yeah.
all around. Yeah.
But in this movie, we actually got to see Teen Gohan in Goku's suit.
oh yeah, the Goku gi. Yeah,
Goku
yeah,
gi.
yeah.
That was sick.
Oh, yo, Gohan had one of the coldest lines in that movie too. Like he said something that like, and as it's like one of those lines where he speaks as he's powering up. Like, oh, wait. Let me. Okay, I gotta find it. Hold on. Let me try to find because I know
That's
I'm
telling you, those sleepers, man.
bro. I'm telling you right now. I know I liked it.
Sleeper movies.
I'm gonna pull it up because I have to show this to you. We have to have this live reaction of that shit because I'm telling you, when I saw that, like it was a reminder because the other day, like people were talking about that BoJack film.
Really?
Yeah, because some every now and then, like it's like the fandom, all it takes is for someone to just bring something up.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, guys, do you remember this? And then everyone chimes in.
It's like a repost.
It's like, bro, hold on. I'm looking for it right now because
Yeah, man,
I
bro.
have to. We got to get this clip in here because that shit, I'm telling you, is when I saw this, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, I bet certain movies or certain parts of the movies just be bringing back the memories, man.
Yeah.
It's like you get the exact feeling. And then
Bro.
you appreciate it more just because it was from back then a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, we're going to have once Kai gets the Discord up and running, we're going to have to find time so that we can have like watch parties with the Thriving Ozarus and like, reminisce and watch these movies like on Discord because
Watch
man,
party would be kind of cool.
that's what I'm saying, dude. So again, the reason why this clip even came up was because Stephanie Nadolny, who voiced Gohan and Kid Goku from back in the day, she's reprising Goku for Daima officially. So it's out there, and it's not speculation no more. So this person said to celebrate Stephanie Nadolny's coming back after all this time to reprise Kid Goku for Daima, I want to share what I think is the hardest line she's ever delivered in Dragon Ball Z. And this is the part where Teen Gohan says, "I'm my father's son," right? Right? And has lived rent-free in my head. Yo, that lives rent-free right now. So check this out. Let's all experience this shit again together.
I think he yelled when he said that
Yeah.
shit too. Oh, my father's
Right. All right, here. Ready? Let's get it.
You think you can waltz in and just take our planet? But you forgot one thing. I'm my father's son! I I know your kind.
Let's
You
go,
think you can
son.
waltz
That's that BoJack, man.
That's what I'm saying. So like that movie is great for what it is. So yeah, we got to do a rewatch.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, one of these days.
Wasn't there two like adaptations or whatever
Of what?
of this movie? Because like I remember there was like two finishers or some shit like when it came down to Gohan and BoJack. Because I think one of them he actually finishes him with the Kamehameha, and then the other one he does some bullshit. Finisher.
Maybe there's different versions of
That's
the
what I'm
film.
saying.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Because I remember watching the one where he did like the bullshit finisher I wasn't so fond of. And then there was another version where he Kamehameha the fuck out of him.
I think I know what you're talking about, because if you remember, this might unlock a memory for you, right? All right, so dig deep for a second. Do you remember the back of the case of the DVD? And they actually have that scene, but it doesn't show in the movie. I think that's what you're talking about.
Maybe.
Yeah. Ooh, damn. Okay. All right. We're definitely one of these days, maybe this weekend, I don't know. We're gonna have to sit our women down and be like, listen, y'all gonna watch some fucking Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Put them on.
Tight.
That shit will be fire. It would be so much fun. They could laugh at us enjoying it, and then whatever, right? But that's the point. It's for a good time. That's all the time we have, unfortunately, guys. I definitely wanted to go through all of them, but that goes to show you that all the responses and all the hype that comes out of these conversations, like I wish we had more time for sure. But thank you all for contributing your responses. We do appreciate that. And again, make sure that you are, as always, looking out for these social posts. You are liking the posts, that you are subscribed to the posts, that you are commenting and sharing them so that more people can respond. And I don't think you can do super thanks on community posts, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of a way to prioritize people's responses.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're there yet. I will say, if you're on Patreon and you have a thing in a response for the question of the day, then that's what I'll start doing. I will start putting them in the Patreon, so that way those people get the priority read first, and then I will read through the rest. And that also reminds me, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I would like to stream on this channel again. Not like frequent. Maybe I would love to do it frequent, but there's so much time in the day and everything like that. So that way we can continue these conversations. And if you didn't get your answer read, because I always feel bad, like as someone that loves doing this shit, I feel bad when we don't have enough time to get to everybody, because I like when everyone's heard and we can like acknowledge everyone. So again, guys, Patreon, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, because at this point in time, you should know what time it is. It is that time for your Patreon shoutouts. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Let's go. If you want to be a thriving Nozaru, hit us up. Patreon.com.
Patreon.
Full Power Podcast.
Full Power
Let's get it. Jayante Sheridan.
Giante.
Anthony Parker.
Park that shit.
Jarek Rivera.
Jarek.
Lord Payne.
Penny need nuts.
Mr. Back Again Once Again.
Back again once again.
Odd Man Out.
Never kind I'm out.
Billy Hamball.
Smack that nigga.
We got Soul Awakens.
Wake your ass up.
Super Saiyan Soft.
Super Saiyan.
Travis Boyette.
Boyette.
Vegeta Uchiha.
Chia.
Person and Demon.
Demon time.
We got one more.
One more.
Oh, he's the only one. Land of the Rising Sun. He's our fucking boy. Stand up, get up, everybody, for our man. Juice. Oh, Juice. Okay, whip out the ice. Fucking yeah! Hit him up. Let's go. And as always, folks, your last reminder for the evening if you guys want to be a part of this hype, because you already know, don't lie to yourselves. You guys want to be a part of this shit, okay? Who would not think it would be hype to hear their name rapped like this? I don't know any other fucking channel that is doing what we're doing.
If we had enough people, we could low-key do some like pokey rap. Like if it was long enough.
Yeah.
Because like it's so short.
Yeah, true.
As the list goes on, I guess.
Yeah.
That
So
would be
I was
fucking
actually
cool.
thinking about that. I was like, imagine if we get like so many names that it's just like, I mean, that'd be hype. That'd be mad fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
More ad-libs.
again, join the tier level 2 if you're trying to hear your name shouted out. In addition to all the previous perks that you're getting, all these extra episodes and content behind the scenes. Can't stress that enough, guys. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing. Okay. If we are getting some more subscribers on YouTube, I have noticed that. So shout outs to that. I appreciate all of you guys for recognizing us. And just keep in mind, there's a lot of fun shit in the works. Okay, a lot of fun shit that's being worked on that it will be coming very soon, and it will help all the more with more support from you guys. Okay, let me keep it 110,000% real. If we come up through the Patreon, through all the support, I'm telling y'all, you don't understand how fast I will fucking quit my job, son, so that I can dedicate all the time and the energy and the effort into doing this shit for you guys at the highest quality possible. So, with all that said, make sure you're looking forward to the next episode that is dropping on Monday. And Brother Ooch, what do you have left for the people at home?
As always, stay fresh, stay clean. Get yourself a nice fucking cologne. Stinky niggas.
Okay, right.
And have a nice night.
Thanks. All right. Okay, well, that is it. And I guess what I have left for you guys, aside from all the obvious plugs, is make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. And I do have a quote. I started writing down quotes, okay?
Yeah.
I want to leave you guys with a bit of like some wisdom aside from anything that we may have said. Let me see right here. So I'm going to give you guys this one. Maintaining an active, adaptable mind is one of the key factors in staying young. All right? So keep that in mind and make sure you guys, as always, are staying up. All right? So it's been your boy, Ooch, the Lethal Iceman, Brother Ooch. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. May the power protect, keep it locked, loaded right here on the channel. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. And we'll see y'all next time.